I want to talk to you about how to make the class work. This isn't part of a lecture. This isn't part of the textbook. This is just me talking to you about how to make this class different from other classes that you've taken. And to do that, I'm going to borrow from Mr. Robert Duhigg, and that's really his name, and talk to you about habits and what that means and how they affect us. So here's something that we came to understand way back in the last century, and that is that something cues me, and when I get that cue, I do a routine, and for that routine, I have a reward. My freshman year at Vanderbilt, it was Friday afternoon, and what that meant was that almost everybody on my floor went and bought enough alcohol to put away a battalion of soldiers. And then they mixed the alcohol and they mixed it with anything that was possible. And the reward was that they would have a good time with whoever they were with. Okay, maybe yes, maybe no. I don't want to go into a lot of details. But I learned that that habit was pretty well ingrained in everybody. And what we now know is that habits are part of all of our life, all over our life. There are a number of things that I know how to do, that I have learned how to do, that I can do without thinking. And that means that if I can do it without thinking, if while I'm doing it, I can do something else, and I just want to say driving shouldn't be on the list, but if I can do something and I can do something else while I'm doing that, then I'm in a good place. That's a habit, and habits are neither good nor bad, but they are terribly important. So, again, what happens? Bang, I have a new cue. The cue for the day, boys and girls, is a new semester. The more specific cue is I'm taking this imagination class. The more specific cue is I'm taking this imagination class, and it turns out it's quite a bit of work. How am I going to handle that? So you may have some routines, and your routines may be good. They may be bad. Some of you may have a routine that says, I started a new semester. I'm going to show up in class for about 6 weeks. Am I going to read anything? No. Am I going to prepare ahead? No. Am I going to read the notes that the professor provides ahead of time? And the answer is not in this class, because I don't give them to you. Why don't I give them to you? Because I know that if you're listening to a lecture and you are looking at the PowerPoint that you printed out, that your metabolic rate drops down somewhere just below sleep. They tested this with children on Saturday mornings watching cartoons. Your metabolic rate drops down below sleep. You wonder why you don't remember classes is because you were dozing because they were so boring. So what do? I don't give you anything. I tell you, you need to create a new habit. You need to learn how to think and listen actively. So you take notes while you're listening. You'll do that in this class. You can do that while you're watching a lecture. Don't do that if you're driving and listening to it on a podcast. But when you finish, stop somewhere, take your notes, because writing and moving across a page engages motor neural, spatial, learning, linguistic, and thought sections of your brain. By triggering 5 sections of your brain, you keep it. You keep it longer. It's a new habit. So, you have a new semester in a new class that's a little bit more work than you thought. And so, what are your routines that you're going to do? And what do you think your rewards are going to be? I have a really simple reward that I want for you. I want you to finish this class with the ability to do more than you ever thought possible.